Alright guys, working on the ram here. What's up here? Oh, it's just casting. I thought that was dirt or something. Anyways, as you see, the valve body is out, my 66 RFE. Nothing too crazy. Pull out all your pan bolts. Mine was siliconed up there. I still have to get back up here and see if I can use something to get the rest of this off. I scraped it with a razor, but some residual. Yeah. Let's finish some minor cleanup. Got the canister off there. Wasn't on there too tight. Just used a pair of channel locks. Pretty much let it drain overnight. It drips a lot unless you just want to get covered in trans fluid. The connector, which is right there, not too bad to get off. There is a little red, can't really see it well here, but just slide it down, pop the clip, slide it off, just wiggle it, take your time, and yeah, so that's that. I believe there were six 8mm bolts holding the bell body up. And then we'll go over here to the bench. Okay. It's not too heavy. I don't know. It's like 5-10 pounds. It's not heavy. My case, when I ordered it, I went through Revmax. I just got a whole nother solenoid pack. I just didn't care. And this is the old one. This is, the typical thin plate that everyone talks about. This is where usually a lot of people have problems. These bend or tweak. I don't see any issues with this valve body. I wasn't having any problems. There was a couple, the typical 66 RFE shifting. I don't particularly like it, but got 163,000 on the trans. This is like the reason I went and bought. I was gonna originally just get a shift kit and just do it myself. Pull the solenoid pack off, put new billet accumulators and springs and stuff in here. I forget what this part is. This is like your shifter. Like when you move your shifter, there's a long rod in here that moves and it does stuff. I'm not super fluid in transmission lingo. Just got to make sure, your pin is basically here. Come over to the new one, the Revmax. Same position, which is in my case park. Just got to make sure those are the same. I'm just going to take the one they sent me, put it on there. Mine's a 2015, so you can use the white connector versus mine is gray. I just got to use all my bolts and then transfer it over. And then, yeah, so just looking forward to seeing, getting this installed here soon, and looking forward to seeing what this is all about. I mean, I've read great things about it. I've watched great things about it. So hopefully my experience is the same as everybody else has said. There is a relearn I have to do. Hopefully my X tool there has the special function. I can put the transmission into a quick learn, as they call it, or something like that in the directions. So I always perform a quick learn. Figure out how to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get throwing some gloves back on, getting those bolts out, and get that installed over there. And hopefully I can have this trans back together shortly here today. Okay. Got it upside down. 15 T25s removed. Those are kind of like the blanks. This is my old one. You can kind of see the fluid was darker versus, their fluid. The reason I went with Revmax is because before they send you these valve bodies and everything, they test them. Like, that's why they come in bags covered in transmission fluid. That was for the solenoid pack. You know, that's the valve body. Like, they don't just send you parts off the shelf. Like, they're tested before they're sent. So another reason why I went with this company is because I know for a fact that, you know, it was actually tested and I don't have to question it. So take the new white one, I'm gonna put it over here, get all the bolts started, and I'm gonna look up the torque spec for them. So that's where we're at right now. Alright, so we found Sonax directions online, has all the specs. So I kind of use a white pen marker. You can kind of make out some of the white pen on the tops of the bolts so I can keep track of them. Did all 15 of them to 52 inch pounds. 52 inch pounds. So, and you're gonna have to go around. You can either, I worked my way from the center out. Do however you want. I always go from the center out, and you're gonna have to go around at least 3 times. I just used that little ratchet, you know, flexible. Just kind of went around, got everything, you know, finger snug, and then got the torque wrench out. And then I ran around at least 3 to 5 times. I think I went around, because after the first one, it kind of pulls everything together, and then you'll end up finding you can go around. I went around 3 to 5 times, because you'll find the O-rings, the little O-ring seal here, it compresses. All this compresses. And they do have like these little inserts here, so you can't over compress it. But so yeah, I had to go around 3 to 5 times before I found that it clicked on every single one of them and not a single one moved. But the first 3 rounds, every single one moved at least a tiny bit. And this is one of those things you take your time on. You don't want to not get everything snugged up just right, because this controls everything in your transmission. And if it's not tightened down properly, and you get any sort of leakage or a bypass leak or anything because something wasn't completely torqued, you're gonna know. You're gonna have issues. So just wanted to throw that out there, or at least for what I do, and I usually do that on everything I do. Like head bolts, I go around like same 3 to 5 times to go around all my head bolts, or studs, whatever. Anything that's super critical, I check multiple times and make sure it's 100%, because you don't want to be doing this again. Not particularly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab this and flip it back over and then go under the truck. And there are 6 8mm bolts going to 105 inch pounds right there. And then the pan also is 105, so that makes it nice. I got all that under the truck, so that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna go install this. Okay, the Revmax valve body is slightly heavier than the original. Got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's like a 6 8mm bolts up. Torqued them to 105 inch pounds. Went around them, you know, like I mentioned, 3 to 5 times. Made sure they were good. There is kind of an order of operations here. I can just vaguely see the plug through there. We'll get that connected in a bit. Let's see, where is it at here? This seal is where this goes into up there. That was probably the hardest part about the whole job, honestly. I just use like I've got these picks for like radiator hoses and such. So pulled it out. It was harder getting it put in than it was out, but got it done. I did that, and then put your filter on first. Put this guy on first. You know, hand tight. It's as snug as I can go. You know, make sure you don't have a double O-ring issue. I did upgrade from the plastic spin onto the metal And then once that's on, then you can put this filter on. Because if you did this one first, then this one, you can kind of see you can't get as much leverage on it if you did it opposite. So spin on, then this, put the T25 here, put that back in, just snugged it up. I mean, it's just a piece of tin. And then, yeah, putting the pan up. I think they're 15 8mm bolts, 105 inch-pounds as well. I went ahead and opted to get a gasket because I didn't want to mess around with all the RTV and do what I already just had to do, is sit here and scrape and clean it. So, all right, let's get this pan up. All right, guys, pan's up, and I recently discovered, I was going through my warranty paperwork to send back my core. I found this fantastic little document with this little pack. There's a tiny screw in here. It's supposed to go there for options for stock applications, such as mine, because I'm not doing any tuning on this 6.4 gasser, since there's really not too many tuning options. Anyway, so now it's figured I'd show you that not everybody's perfect. Gotta drop the pan again, drain the fluid, just to put this screw in. So that's what we're doing now. Okay. In case you want to know, yes, this sucks. Get yourself a Dorman pan or something with a drain plug, because it's a mess. Anyway, so it's kind of in the dark, but that is that spot right here. So basically all the way across there's a little circle here where it's going. Focus. Here's my little screw. So I'm probably gonna have to put you down, but anyways, blank dark spot in the paper there. So I'm gonna put you down here. I'm gonna use my Allen wrench here and put that in. Okay. Without getting, as you see, there's this hole, but it will not fit in that hole. That hole is almost twice as big as the little hole that just went into. It's in there flush. It's snug. I just used, I don't even know what this is, like a 3mm or something. Just tighten it up. Don't over tighten it because this is aluminum. Snug it up. Alright, that's it. Now, reverse the process. Is put the pan back up, put the fluid back in again. And we'll go from there. Okay, here we go. Pan's back up. Everything's torqued back to 105 inch-pounds. Unfortunately, you know, shops that it was serviced by a previous shop and everybody uses an impact these days. Well, this bolt and the other corner stripped out, just how it is. So I had another M8 bolt that was, I don't know, 1/4 to 3/8 longer. I don't know what that is in millimeters since these are metric, but I had to put a 5/16 nut on there because it was too long. But the threads go a little bit deeper past what these stock bolts do. So I was able to find a little bit of metal. Here's a stock bolt. So it was quite a bit longer, another 1/4 half inch longer. So I was able to find some more threads up there that was able to get it to tighten up. This one's still kind of iffy, but it is what it is. It was already iffy previously and it didn't leak. So we're torqued. Now we're going to do try not to create a huge mess and dump that back in.